Hello, I'm Lexus.
And I'm Jimmy.
And welcome to our 15th episode of EHTV.
This is going to be our last normal segment, but stay tuned for a very special one coming up.
In today's first story, we recently had a lockdown, and not a lot of students knew the correct procedure to follow.
So we wanted to inform you guys on what to do in case something like this ever happened again.
Hey student staff, have you ever wondered where our lockdown procedures were? Check out our next segment to find out.
My name is Chad Sheehan. I'm currently a police officer with the City of Sioux City. I've been a police officer for 22 years, and for about the last 2.5 years I've been doing training in a program that I developed for active shooters and active killings for schools, businesses, hospitals, really any organization. It's called the Save Yourself program. It stands for Survive a Violent Encounter. I'm an East High alum, graduate in 1991. If there's a threat inside the building that's trying to injure or harm people by using some type of weapon, then staff and students need to understand that there's basically three options. You can run, you can hide, you can fight back as a last resort. As it relates to the SAVE program, I created that acronym SAVE, which is your options: shelter in place, awareness, violence, stops violence, and evacuate. And it's built around that run, hide, fight. So if you can get out of the building and you can get away from the danger, you should do that. And this type of incident is an incident where if somebody is actually harming innocent people, you can really do anything to save yourself and get away from the danger or stop the danger if it faces you directly. But if you can get out, get out. If you can't get out, try to barricade yourself. Get somewhere where you can keep the threat away from you for as long as possible. And while you're there doing that, you should always be thinking about a secondary evacuation or preparing to fight back as a last resort if you have to, wherever you're sheltered in place. And when I talk about fighting back, what I mean is you can take objects and throw them. If the person comes into your safe area, you can take objects and throw them to distract the person. You can then start screaming, making noise. Maybe if the opportunity presents itself, you try to overpower the person and incapacitate them if you can, to try and stop this threat. But you basically have those three options: that run, hide, fight. And no matter where you're at, if it's at school, if it's at the mall, if you're at a restaurant, or if you're home and you're faced with some type of threat where somebody's trying to really seriously injure you or kill you, those are your options. And that's what you should do to always try and save yourself.
Now that you know the lockdown procedures, we hope that you will stay safe if there's ever another lockdown.
Odds are this will probably never happen, but if it does, now you know what to do.
On to a much lighter topic, a lot of our alumni have excelled since graduating.
Let's go over to Casey for his last sports segment.
Have you wondered who has recently excelled in athletics after East High School? Well, I interviewed one and have the scoop on the rest of the individuals. Let's take a look.
Yeah, my name is Shelby Houlihan, and I graduated in 2011. I started running when I was about 5 years old. My mom was a professional runner as well, so I kind of grew up around running, and she started putting me in like 1 mile cross country races when I was 5. So since then I've always wanted to be a runner. My dream since I was 5 years old has been to be an Olympian, and right now I'm running for Nike. I've been running for Nike since about June or July of last year. I'd say my biggest accomplishment would probably be just my senior year as a whole. Another favorite memory for me was running the 1500 at Drake my senior year, and I was going after the state record, and the whole crowd was on their feet cheering for me, and that was just like a really cool feeling. So I would probably say that was like my biggest accomplishment. Just to I didn't end up getting the record, but it was just cool to have that much support, you know. So my freshman year of college, I was running the 800 at the regional meet, trying to qualify for nationals in outdoor track, and I ended up falling and not advancing to nationals. And then my sophomore year, actually, it ended up happening again with indoor track. I was at the national meet actually, but it was the prelim in the 800, and I ended up falling again, and I just kind of was fed up with it. I was like, you know what, I'm done running in the back of the pack, and I'm just going to go to the front, and I'm going to take the lead and just see what I can do. And after that, that following season, I won the 1500 at the Pac-12 meet, and my junior year ended up winning a national title. So I would say don't take this time for granted right now. It goes by really fast, and I know a lot of older people will say that, but I mean, even my freshman year of college, people would be, oh, it goes by so fast. You're going to be graduating before you know it. And they were completely right. Like, I blinked and I was graduating from college, and now I'm running professionally for Nike, so.
Thank you, Shelby Houlihan, for the interview. Now let's take a look at the rest of the individuals that excelled after East High School. Shelby Houlihan, East High class of 2011, is now running professionally for Nike. Adam Woodbury, East High class of 2012, is just wrapping up his senior year at the University of Iowa playing basketball and is looking to play professionally overseas. J.C. Fuller, East High class of 2012, is also wrapping up his senior year at Western Illinois University and is also looking to play professionally overseas. Don Thompson-Williams, East High class of 2013, is currently playing baseball for the University of South Carolina, which he leads the teams in runs, doubles, triples, walks, and stolen bases, and is becoming a fan favorite. Jacob Westfall, East High class of 2014, is playing baseball at the University of Tennessee as he's redshirting this year, but last year he finished with a 1-1 record. Carter Lilly, East High class of 2014, is continuing his successful career at the University of Iowa running track. Ronald Nash, East High class of 2013, is currently playing football for the University of Iowa as he redshirted his 2015 season. Austin Arndt, East High class of 2015, is playing for the University of Dayton football as he appeared in 7 games last year. And now let's turn it back to the EHTV studio.
If you want to excel next year at East,
Be sure to sign up for Velocity this summer.
here's some more information.
This is Jose with EHTV, Velocity Summer Exercise Program. We interviewed Mark on the topic.
Right now, the cost for the Summer Velocity Camp is $75 a person. We do have some scholarship type options available if you can't quite meet that requirement. If you need to, you can come talk to Brian. Or first official day is May 31st. We're going to test on June 3rd at Olson on Morningside campus. We're going to run through July 28th, and that's our last test day too, also again at Olson. The purpose of this is to help strengthen current athletes. You don't have to be an athlete to do it. If you're in the total well-being class, this is just a conjunction. It builds off of what total well-being has done for you. We want to try to do it as an injury prevention, reduction, more or less, to gain strength and make you fit so you're ready to go for your upcoming sports season. The new stuff from last year is we've spent the last 3 months working with a programmer from Velocity out in California at the home office to enhance and make our total well-being class and our summer Velocity sessions that much more improved, so we get the best results out of it that we can in those 30-some days.
And back to the studio.
If you're not an athlete, there are some other things you can do during the summer.
Here are some pretty sweet concerts you can attend.
I'm Dalton McKellar reporting for EHTV. And are you wondering if any of your favorite bands are coming to Sioux City? Well, this is a segment for you. Bullet for My Valentine and Kane Hill are a one-night starring on May 14th. Bullet for My Valentine is composed of Matthew Tuck, Michael Pate, Michael Thomas, and Jamie Mathias. Kane Hill is composed of Elijah Witt, BMO Barnett, James Barnett, Ryan Rodriguez, and Devin Clark. Pop Evil, In This Moment, Cheap Trick, and Edgar Winter are two nights starring on June 17th and 18th. Pop Evil is a rock band that was formed by Leith Cackety, and he then added Dave Grass, Dylan Allison, and Jamie Newmer. In This Moment is a metal band former from a singer Maria Brink and the guitarist Chris Howarth in 2005. They found drummer Jeff Fabb and started the band as Dying Star. Cheap Trick currently consists of Robin Zander, Rick Nelson, Tom Peterson, and Dax Nelson. Edgar Winter is known for his many musical talents. Some include singing, keyboard, and guitarist. Shinedown and Hailstorm are a one-night starring on July 17th. Members of Shinedown are Brett Smith, Brad Stewart, Jason Todd, and Barry Kirch. Hailstorm members are Lizzie Hale, her brother drummer, and R.J. Hale, guitarist Joe Hottinger, and bassist Josh Smith. Kiss is coming on July 27th. This is their first time in 25 years since they have been in Sioux City. Back to the studios.
If you're not one for big crowds and loud music,
Here are some simple but fun things you can do.
Summer is going to be full of fun times and memories. If you have nothing to do, here are things you can do. You can play with animals.
Come on, Mocha, let's go for a walk.
Fly a kite. Go swimming. Do sports. Go for a walk. Eat ice cream.
This is nice.
And travel. Whatever you do this summer, make sure you stay safe. Back to EHTV.
After summer is over, everyone but the seniors will be coming back to East.
and so for our incoming freshmen, there's been a virtual tour made for you.
Next year we have plenty of new students coming into East High. Let's give them a little special tour.
Welcome to the lunchroom. This is where you can socialize, eat, and make friends.
This is the science hall. Something interesting is always happening here.
This is the men's restroom, and on the other side of this hall is the women's restroom, and they are directly downstairs too.
This is the library. Here you can check out books, study, or grab a bite to eat at the cafe.
Okay, so we'll just keep it like
Here's the gym hallway where you will find the boys and girls locker rooms.
Open up the door.
And in here are the 3 gyms where you will get your exercise.
I hope you enjoyed that tour, and let's hope for a wonderful year for the new freshmen. Back to you at EHTV.
Hey Jimmy, did you know Mother's Day is coming up next week?
Oh shoot, I didn't even think of what to do for her yet. What am I gonna do? I'm sorry, Mom. So if you don't know what holiday is coming up, well, you're a terrible child. Obviously, it's Mother's Day, so we decided we owed them a little apology, and hopefully you will too.
I'm sorry for ruining your priceless Korean painting, Mom.
I'm sorry you had to go through my 6 sisters to get to me.
I'm sorry, Mom, for backing into the garage door twice.
I'm sorry for staying out too late and making you worry.
I'm sorry for setting the trash can on fire.
Mom, we're sorry that your egg divided.
Sorry, Mom, for always having to take me to sporting events.
If you have something to apologize for, don't worry. There are some things you can do to make it up to her. A great way to do this is to give her a coupon book. And not a coupon book for groceries or anything, but rather a voucher for your services. Whether it's breakfast in bed, helping her cook, doing your own laundry, or even just letting her rest for the whole day, every mother would appreciate this. Of course, sometimes just a nice Mother's Day card is enough to warm her heart. I hope you found this all useful, and I hope your mother really appreciates it. Now, why don't you go home and tell your mother you love her. Thanks for joining us on our last regular episode of EHTV.
And make sure to stay tuned for our end of the year special.
And remember, every day is a great day to be a Raider.